till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is a tag.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Protocol 36. Today's video, we'll be speculating who the Tinkerer is in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, in one of my previous videos, I talked about why Yuri Watanabe is not the Tinkerer, which if you want to check out will be in the card in the right hand corner of the video. Before we get started, I really encourage you if you subscribe if you haven't already, as I'll be covering Spider-Man Miles Morales before and after its release date, and click on the notification bell in order to not miss any of my future videos. Now, we know that Insomniac has said that this interpretation of the Tinkerer will be their own take of the character, and clearly they've made some changes. However, even though I don't think it's Yuri Watanabe, there might be some possibilities on who might be under the mask, as they wouldn't be making the character to wear a mask if it wasn't going to be a surprise reveal. They could make the character be an original character created by Insomniac. That is highly possible, as they probably just want to take the name of the Tinkerer but just want to do their own thing with the character, but not use Phineas Mason or Elijah Stern from the Ultimate Universe. Even though that's very possible, I don't think Insomniac would do that, as I think they might do something more interesting than just have her be an original character. I think one of the most plausible theories is the fact that she could be just the original Tinkerer's daughter, which I think is highly possible, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, as Peter Parker in this universe has been Spider-Man for pretty much 9 years in the events of Spider-Man Miles Morales. So it would make sense that during those 9 years he's been active as Spider-Man, he probably came across a Tinkerer and probably faced him and put him behind bars. So it's definitely possible the Tinkerer we see in Spider-Man Miles Morales is just taking up the mantle of the original Tinkerer, which is most likely Phineas Mason, because he's the most popular version of the character. Because her father is behind bars, or even her grandfather, she probably wants to take the mantle of the Tinkerer and pretty much make it her own. Use her genius, which she inherited from her father or grandfather, whichever you prefer, probably honor Phineas Mason. And it's possible that he even created a new form. So she's probably stealing the work that belongs to her family, and one day soon she probably even wants to break him out of jail. So I think that's very plausible. I do think that since she's wearing a mask, she might have a close connection to Miles. It's very possible. I still don't think she's going to be the main villain, but it is highly possible that she could have a connection to not only to the original Tinkerer, which Peter Parker has dealt with, but also to Miles, to make the story a little bit more intense and more engaging as well. However, for me, I think it's possible that she just could be a younger female version of Phineas Mason. Again, we don't really have any evidence to go by this. However, it's probably what Insomniac wants, as they said that this is their own version of the Tinkerer, and since they want to do something different with the character of Phineas Mason, they probably want to not only take elements from the comics, both the 616 and the Ultimate Universe, but also change it up a bit to make it their own, as I do think that the changes they have made for the character will be vital, as we can see with her going out in the field, which is not something the Tinkerer would do in the comics. He's more or less a background figure just trying to fix and make tech for other villains. So it is possible that Insomniac just made her somebody who could lead a gang, which obviously she most likely created the Underground, and in order to make things interesting, they probably made her younger in order to have a closer connection to Miles, or other purposes that could be important in the story. But either way, we just have to wait and see who it could be. For me, I think it's possible that she could be just a descendant of the original Tinkerer, Phineas Mason, but however, I'm leaning towards the fact that she just could be a younger female version of Phineas Mason, so probably gonna change her name to Penelope Mason or something like that. But however, what about you guys? Who do you think the Tinkerer will be in Spider-Man Miles Morales? Let me know in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I want more. Subscribe to begin Protocol 36.